Hello and welcome back to Prison Architects. Gonna have to bear with me just while I find my bearings and figure out exactly where we're at. I'm trying to get tasers and CCTV cameras put in to get 20 grand there, as well as trying to get people to pass the education course. And I think we were trying to build security and maybe start getting some doors that could be unlocked with pressure pads. I'm not sure actually with the solitary confinement cells if they'd been marked. No. Okay, good. So get that done. Dog handler. It's finding plenty of drugs. It's good news. Probably going to find a lot if he does that. No? Surprising. Okay. We've also got a few more prisoners. Okay, we're maintaining 80 prisoners at the moment. Is that something that should be getting changed? Quite possibly. I definitely think it would be worthwhile trying to keep the minimum security up at 40 at least. Might even be worth trying to expand the min-sec prison to allow for more prisoners. I reckon, yeah, increasing the intake and maybe trying to keep it I don't know, balanced, something like that. Should go for 100. I'll certainly do for the next intake. I want to see how it gets on so far with the number of medium security risk prisoners that we've got. It looks like we need to get some more tables and chairs in here on first glance. Wait, not there. It's gonna have to go back a little bit in that. Maybe something like that will be better. Yeah. So it allows prisoners to move through a little bit better. I'll put some more tables in as well there. And that should be enough for now. Yes, tax relief. Looking forward to tax relief coming through. That'll save us a load of money each and every day. Taser is almost finished. So now we just need to start building some security cameras. You can see, if you don't already know this, you can see these grey areas. That's where we don't have any of our workers looking, and that can create a problem. It can make the inmates be more aggressive. They know when they're not being watched, so it's quite a good idea to get some security cameras in. And they need to have, if I remember correctly, sort of, I think it's the 3 squares in front, something like that, to be able to allow the camera to move fully. So I'm going to want one in parole here as well. The prisoners can sometimes attack the parole officers when they don't release them. It's quite funny. Something just happened. No idea what. Find out in a moment. Could do with the common room having a security camera, but there isn't really at the moment anywhere that looks good to put it. I mean, I could put it just like that randomly, but I don't reckon that's the best thing to do with it. Right, it can just go there for now, and it can be worried about at a later date. The canteen never really seems to have any problems. The cell blocks have some minor issues, like at the moment here. So when you got the guard over here, but I reckon those can be left for now. Maybe it will be worth just putting one in the canteen, just in case. Maybe as well putting one in security, even though that's always going to be watched. I don't really know where I'm putting the security cameras. That must be from the... Yes, good, right. That's enough security cameras put in. So what else now? Cell block D is 200. I reckon let's go for carpentry apprentice program. They only need to make 10 superior beds, and we've got plenty of our workforce getting on with stuff, so hopefully that shouldn't take too long. Not sure if we do actually have any inmates that have qualified yet. No, but 7 are interested, and 22 have passed the workshop safety induction, so hopefully at least one of them will pass, and once one of them's passed, then it shouldn't take very long at all before the 10 superior beds are made, and that should start bringing in plenty of cash. Can also actually start building our protective custody. So now if this is going to be our canteen, then we want to have a staff door here, something like that. Yeah, that'll be good, just so the staff can go put the food in. And there shouldn't be any risk of the inmates breaking in, hopefully. Quite surprising if that's what occurs. What's this one? CCTV monitor. Connect. Where are the CCTV cameras? So we've got one there. Is it if you click Control or Shift? Yeah, click Shift, then you can just connect them all up. I think you get like 7 cameras or something. I'm pretty sure that's what gets them working. So yeah, you can now see them rotating. But I think this one is going to have restricted view because of the sofa, or not. Perfect. It's worked out well. So yeah, that should hopefully keep the prisoners in check a little bit. And now the prisoners do go into the forestry, so considering wherever it is, intelligence, that they can get saws, axes and spades, and we don't want that to be occurring. It's going to make sense to have some metal detectors here. Nine staff members are exhausted. Staff needs. Yeah, well, I mean, they look pretty happy from the staff needs, so not sure what the problem is exactly. Okay, it's looking good so far. Probably a good idea also to start building the maximum security facilities. Let's get that done now. Now we can put a door in line with the showers. And then figure out how to make those into cells in a moment. Got plenty of cash. Nothing to worry about in that department. Pretty sure there's supposed to be a dog patrol there. No? Yeah. Might be worth then just getting a couple of additional dog handlers, and if they're not on patrol they can just wander around and they can find anyone who's got any drugs or anything else that they shouldn't have. Not sure if it's worth getting any more gardeners or janitors or anything. CCTV monitor. Connect yourself there. Wait, whoops, that one. And there's someone trying to escape again. Where is he? Okay, we'll find him in a moment. Good job. It almost looks like he's trying to go up this way. Hopefully that's not the case. I find it interesting that the prisoner's been stopped while in the area that is allocated for everyone. It seems like as soon as he was trying to escape, it was then, you know, acceptable to go after him. So it might even be worth putting a guard along here. Maybe a dog handler, just so that then if there's any tunnels as well, they can be sniffed out. So you can kind of put a dog handler there. It's one of the advantages of this dog handler as well. Any prisoners tunnelling this way will be discovered by this dog handler, apart from any that tunnel there. But hopefully they won't do that. Should probably extend that. Maybe. I'm not sure if there's a better way of being able to get these license plates to the exports. Just because it is looking a little bit full up there. Ah, here we go. Right, yes. So, canteen, yard. We need cell block. We need parole. We do need a visitor block as well. Something like that. And then we need to remove that door. Do that afterwards. Yeah, we want that door removed. And we want to just put a normal door in its place. It won't need to be too big, so if we do that, and that then allows 2 visitor booths, that should be plenty for the prisoners in here. Now with the parole, trying to think of where it's going to be the best place to put that. And what else? What other rooms? Not going to bother putting them to work or teaching them anything. Just going to have them. They can just survive. That's going to be the role of the protective custody inmates. Do they need to have their own laundry service, an infirmary? I doubt it. I doubt it. How big is the parole room need to be? 5 times 5, yeah? And we can probably leave this area just in case there's another room that'll be worth putting in. When they come through here, maybe the entrance. Actually, we want the entrance to be down here somewhere, and then that can just be a cell there. Be a dormitory there, I suppose. And they are going to need some showers. So I suppose there can be a sort of a shower block here. Completely and utterly just winging this, to be honest. Yeah, cells. So that can be a little dormitory. Dormitory there, so then they can come in through here, have visitation here, and maybe have a solitary confinement cell just there. Actually, that one needs to be a jail door, and then we can have the normal door up here. Pretty sure that was the dog finding something in the deliveries. We are going to need some more metal detectors, just in case. It's not just the prisoners that they can be dodgy, but the visitors and the guards and the workers and everyone. No one can be trusted in Prison Architect. Oh, hold the phone. What's happened here? Oh, okay, so I reckon that's just because there wasn't a guard. Nothing to worry about. Right. And so for now, because there are not going to be many prisoners, what we can do, I'm pretty sure it was left and down, wasn't it? Left and down for the jail cells, so then we can clone them. Yeah, so we can actually just leave these cells as they are and worry about this section later on. And then I suppose we could actually make this sort of square here the shower facilities, and that they can then just have to go through the shower facilities to get to the yard, possibly. Yard, canteen, parole, and the 2 dormitories, the 2 cells, solitary, and then also the visitation. Just trying to think what's going to be best. See how the programs are getting on. Carpentry apprenticeship. So that says, what does that mean? How many guests are doing it? So what that's supposed to mean? Can we click them? Does that work? No, I don't know what that's just done. Hopefully nothing. I'm not sure if that means how many people are signed up or how long it takes before there's the next exam. Because I know that with the education program, it's sort of every so often the exam will occur, and that's where we got 70%. We went straight from 0 to 70% as 7 passed out of our 10 necessary. So the same is going to occur with the carpentry apprenticeship and the general education qualification. But when that happens, we don't know. Hopefully soon. Put the serving table right there. And then where's going to be the best place? Probably up next to the wall. We'll put one in as well, and then just get these benches in like that. And we can try and make it so there's sort of, I don't know, good facilities at the start while we're waiting to get more protective custody prisoners in, and then once they all turn up, then we can start trying to be more efficient with the space. So we can get a TV in there as well, I suppose. But this might not be there for the long term. And give them a pool table. The bin. Stick a bin in the parole as well. Visitation. Possibly. Maybe not. Don't know. The yard can have one. We'll have some bathroom facilities down in this section of our yard. Do something like that. And put some toilets down here. Some shower heads here. And then we want to be allowing them to call home, do some weights, want some prayer mats as well. Prayer mats. They want radios, TV, somewhere to chill out. Radios. There we go. Can maybe put a table in here. Is that going to be good? Maybe not. Won't bother with the table. Give them a wide sofa and a drinks machine. I don't think any of our prisoners are yet snitches or ex-police officers. You can get some informants when they're in solitary confinement, so we need to be on the lookout for that. And then they can get taken to security booth to offer up information. So where it says question mark, question mark, question mark, that can get changed to actually let us know who the prisoner is and what they're about. Right, tap these phones. Oops. That went well, didn't it? Phone tap. I think that also gives some information on the prisoners as well. Could copy the rooms, but considering there's only 2, it doesn't really matter. And we'll do that and that. Get some bunk beds. And then what's that? 4, 5, 4, 8, 9, 10 prisoners possibly. Plenty. Door in there. And we're going to want CCTV in here as well. Not sure what that little icon means. Looks like beer. Maybe it means they're addicted. They need to get over their addictions. It looks like that's been built now. Not sure what the problem is, what the hold up is. Come on, workers, put you back into it. We made a lot more than we spent. Exports 10,000, prisoner grant 10,000, wages minimal. You also get an income for the amount of days that you've gone without an incident occurring. So in our case, nothing's happened for 2.4 days, and so then you then get, I think that's per day, is then $770. You can see it slowly moves up over time. So there is an incentive for preventing any any fights, attacks, anything like that occurring in the prison. Yep, need water in there as well. Fortunately, the water pipe here is fairly close, so we should be able to get that done with no problems at all. Yeah, that is true. There are no prisoners assigned to eat there. Deployment. Is the wall getting built there? Yeah. And we're going to need metal detectors here as well. Where are you? Metal detectors. And we need that connected as well. So where is the security room? Connect. This one. That is not the correct way round. And since this is kind of going to be a shortcut, I reckon the guards will often walk through there, which could get us out of having to actually deploy any guards in this area. It'd be lovely if that's the case. And the maximum security cell block is ready to start being constructed. That one's actually now finished, I reckon. Just got to set up parole, but we don't have to do that until we have prisoners arriving. That CCTV camera is going to get very irritating very quickly, so it's going to have to get switched around. Well, that was very yellow. Right, that's then going to be everything for this episode. Check intelligence one more time. So yeah, it looks like a lot more of the prisoners' attributes have been discovered since tapping the phones. And none of them are snitches, so that's good news. I think we got quite lucky actually, considering the amount of prisoners that we've had in the prison, and none of them have been snitches. Got fairly lucky. Let's have a look at the amount of power. Yeah, okay. Still plenty that we can do on this generator, so get some cables going over here like so. Maybe something like that. And how's this one getting on? Pretty good, pretty close to the end. And that one's got all the kitchen and carpentry rooms. Probably don't want to have any more other than that, because there's going to be more objects going into security as well as more going into the kitchen as time goes on. But we will want these capacitors put in. Let's get that done now. Okay. Presumably that's because of the new prisoners turning up. Let's just quickly, one last time. Okay, so we don't have a clue about any of them. Fantastic. But all of that shall be a problem for another time. Namely, next episode. Alright, that's going to be everything. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode.